Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Kim here, and today is Thrifty Canucks, and I have a little haul. It's not a huge haul, but it is a fun haul. There's some fun stuff. Look at this fabric. I know. It's perfect little squares. I'm going to see how it tears up, but it's a very heavy, kind of a canvasy table runner. It's not very long, and it's not very wide. I'm not even sure, like there's something, maybe it's a curtain top. I'm not sure. Now that I think of it, it's got a seam in here, so maybe it's a curtain top. But it's just lovely fabric. I'll take it apart and play. And like I said, I think I'm going to try tearing these up into squares and see what happens. Because they're fun little focal points that could be used, for clusters or appliques on something else. And I think I'll keep a little piece of it to make some journal covers. There's enough here to do several journals, so I might even throw one into a kit. I'm not sure, but just very nice fabric. Picked it up at one of my local thrift shops. Yeah, here's the price. It was $4. Oh yeah, they call it a curtain. So it's 78 inches by 16 inches. I think it was well worth the $4 to invest in this. I've got a lot of stuff here, so I think it'll work for me. This next one, I think I bought this a while ago. I only paid $1 for it. It's actually going to go to Jen's bag of stuff. Jennifer Dirtle. Check out her channel if you have a chance. She loves anything in bright, bright colors and rainbows. And yeah, this is called Rainbow Stationery. It's gorgeous. Now it says 30 sheets and 20 envelopes. I don't know if it's all here. I love the box, of course, but I'd have to give that up if I'm giving it to Jennifer. And it's just got these beautiful envelopes with the rainbow on it. Isn't that sweet? Not something I would personally use in a journal, but I think Jennifer would just go crazy for it. And yeah, so I've set it aside for her, knowing that, sometimes things are more fun when somebody else gets to play with them. Oh, and the paper's got kind of a rounded edge here. I didn't realize that. Oh. Let's just have a look at one here. Ooh, she's going to love this, I think. That's really cute. Yeah, so it was $1, so well worth it, and very easy to give as a gift. And if you're watching, Jennifer, yeah, it's coming your way someday. I don't know when. We're getting into Christmas now. So I bought a couple of books. These I bought at my local thrift shop. Spelling Dictionary. It was originally from Kohl's at $1.95. It looks like it's got a cigarette burn in here. It looks like it's, fairly old. Let's see, 1979. It's got very thick pages, and the edges have really aged. So it's really nice looking paper. And it's just spelling words. The whole book is just collections of words. So this could be cut into strips to put along the edge of a page would be fun. You could find a word and use it as part of your design on your page, whatever you're doing. Like there's designer, designation. Like there's just fun words that you can choose from here to play with. And so yeah, there's some possibilities. I don't know what yet, but I just love the paper. The paper is so amazing. And these were my local thrift shops, so their books are 8 and 10 for $1. So I paid probably 10 cents, something like that. Then there's this one. This is I think it's a French dictionary or something. It's A to Z. I don't speak enough French to know all of that part of it. It's from 1977. And again, it looks like a dictionary. It's listing all the different words. And every once in a while you get these picture pages with these beautiful colored illustrations. And I just love them. So I think there's lots of potential there. And there's lots of these. Like there's a section here of flowers. It's very glossy paper, but I love the little squares. Well, obviously today I have a thing for squares. So there's lots of images that can be used, and very, very vintage, of course, because it's from the 1970s. So the style and fashion is different from what we have now. And yeah, the pictures go throughout. So it's like a dictionary, maybe mini encyclopedia of sorts. My French gals should be able to tell me more. Love these pages. But they're very, very shiny, so I'd have to tone them down a little bit. But there's lots. And they all come with like 4 or 5 pages throughout the book. And yeah, if I paid 20 cents for this, that's about it. Or 10 cents. You know, they are so inexpensive to buy in my local thrift shop. This too has very nice paper. This is a good weight and a good size for making, you know, little envelope tucks to go in your journals and stuff. It's really got some nice weight to it. And then this one I got at Value Village, and it is a Hobbit's Travels. And it was $1.79 because it was in the kids section. And so I wasn't sure what I was going to get because it says Sam Gamgee. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings person. My husband is. But when I opened it up, it had the person's name, Ryan, and then a little note from Sam himself saying to go forth and write in this book. And the pages are all empty. But it's a really nice weight of paper. The size is about, let's see, it's about 6.5 inches by, looks like 9, so 6 by 9. So these would be nice papers to fold and tuck into a journal. Or you could put 2 of them together for a signature page. But just very muted colors, and, you know, it looks like hand drawings. And there's probably about 40 pages here, I would think, 40 or 50 pages. So, yeah, cute little book. For $1.79, then I would have got my 30% off on it as well. So that was pretty cool. Excuse me. And also at Value Village, I picked up this doily. Now, I think I paid $4 for it. A little bit more than what I would pay for a doily, but it's a table runner. I just love the circles. So this will get cut up. I will just cut around there and use them as individual circles. I may put some for sale in my shop one of these days. Good gosh, if I put half the things in my shop that I say I'm going to put in my shop, it would be pretty amazing. I will get there. I just haven't had time. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to cutting this up and using it. And then I know I'm all over the place. This was in my local thrift shop again, and I paid $1.49 for this. It looks like there's about a dozen here. Oh, there's some tape on here. I didn't count them. They're acrylic pieces. I just thought that if you put a collage on top of their, you know, something like a world map, or, you know, some type of fancy medallion that you could maybe even further collage on there, I just thought it would make a nice decorating piece on the front of a journal. I don't know why, but for $1.49, I said, I'm going to find out why. You know, I just think they're fun to play with. I thought maybe this paper came off, and maybe it does. Maybe you just have to soak it in water, because it looks like it's just pre-cut acrylic pieces. But then I thought, well, why take the paper off to be left with a clear piece if you're going to decorate it anyway? And this would probably help anything to adhere better, because it's got a paper on it, just like a freezer paper almost. This side has a little bit of a sheen, but this side doesn't. This has got a flat finish. So yeah, I just thought it just kind of said to me some type of a medallion that you could do something with, you know, almost like you could create a mandala on here, or, you know, like a very large coin, like a ancient coin kind of thing. So yeah, one of those days that I want to play and I'll take these out and play with them. It looks like there's a little bit more than a dozen. Maybe there's about 20. I didn't count them. But for $1.49, you know, my imagination, I got my money's worth before I even started. That's how I always look at things. I'm putting it on the floor beside me to get it out of the way. And then we did go to St. Martin's one day just for a drive out to the ocean. And I picked up some jewelry. There was a little restaurant that we went to for lunch, a sit-down place inside. And they had kind of a little craft and flea market inside the restaurant, all along the outside walls of the restaurant. There were tables set up, and so this one woman had jewelry, $2 each or 3 for $5. So I bought this beautiful bracelet, although to me it just says some type of embellishment on a journal. It is curved, so I think I'll have to play around to see. This chain will come off. There is a method to get it off of here. But it might just be something that stays curved, and then I would use something else to make a tie with. You know, I'm going to think about it, but I just love the colors. The teal blue and the clear just look so nice together. It's kind of a turquoisey blue. And then the gold is a little bit gold for me, but you could always dry brush with a little bit of paint to tone it down a little bit. You know, maybe in a whitewash or even like the teal. You could use a little bit of teal on the leaves to just tone it down a bit. It wouldn't have to be much, just enough to make it not so gold. I think this one came from somewhere else. This is just a string of pearls that I bought for $1. I bought it because of this bead. Not really, but I really like that bead. So I bought and they're all individually knotted. Sorry, it's getting close to highway supper time, so he gets excited for supper. They're individually knotted, which means I have to sit here with a pair of scissors and cut, pull the bead off, cut, pull it off. So it takes some time to do all that. But they're a nice weight of bead, like a nice... feels, it's not plastic, like it's got some quality to it. So it'll just be harvested and put it in my stash for stuff. Now the other two, see, now she had 3. If you bought 3, you got 3 for $5. So I bought that bracelet and I bought this bracelet, and it took me a few minutes to realize that these are 2 dragon heads. So it's like 2 dragons. I just looked at this and said instantly, oh, look at that. That's a tassel on a dragon journal, right? Something with dragons. So that's a tassel. And because it's got another ring down here, you could dangle something from it. And then just find another ring, or, you know, take this ring and put it up here so that you have something to hang these from, and then, you know, put another ring on at the bottom. But I just thought this would be a really nice way to finish a journal with some type of a tassel like this for a dragon. Some kind of dragon journal. Which makes this next piece the prize. So, like I said, 3 for $5. Would you have not taken this one? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So, it looks like I'm putting stuff away to make some type of dragon journal. Now, I know Caroline did a really gorgeous journal cover where she had the eye of a dragon. And I've seen a couple of other people do a similar take on Caroline's, which was absolutely gorgeous, Caroline. But I know she has a dragon kit that I will now have to explore, because I think, yeah, it just looks like there's some type of a fantasy or, you know, some type of a dragon journal. I don't know what, but I'm just going to put this aside for those things and see what I can come up with. So my plan in the new year is I'm going to be trying to finish a lot of journals to sell on my website. I do have several clients that keep me quite busy on the side. Sorry, highway's getting a little excited. But yeah, I do have some clients that keep me quite busy, so I don't often get to make journals for sale. But I'm hoping that in the new year I will try to produce a few more journals to show you and sell. So that's kind of the plan, and I would like to do some different things. I'm kind of gotten into a autopilot where I've been doing the same kind of thing over and over again. So this is going to help me to change things up a little bit, I think. Excuse me. Still can't quite get rid of this cough. So this next one was from Value Village, and it was $2.99. Got my 30% off, so I paid $2.10. And it was all taped up. I couldn't see inside. I mean, I could see, but I couldn't, open it up and look. But I said for $2.10, I'm taking it. So it comes with a scrapbook envelope. It's missing the little dot here, but I think I can do sort of a sewn patch thing on there to fix it up and at least use it for storing some kind of paper. And then these are they're called screen prints. Now, I don't have anything full size that I can put underneath it, but everyone is missing something. Or, well, not everyone, but most of them are missing something. But they all have these little acrylic squares. I think my feeling is that they either are stickers on one side because there is a plastic coating. I haven't taken them apart to see. But, there's kind of some interesting stickers or pieces. Oh, look, there's a dragon there. Why does this happen to me? Okay, so I see something is coming here. But yeah, so there's kind of a sticky film on one side. I'm hoping it's the same on the other, and it might be adhesive. I don't know. I really don't know how I can use these. They do have a website, so I might have to go on the website and look. I'm just going to put them aside so I can show you the different patterns. Now this one is called something ATCs, I noticed, and it's all little ATC size. Now this one doesn't have a sticky paper. My thought process would be that I would use these like a window on an envelope or, on a pocket. So I would adhere them down to make some type of a window. They're too plasticky for me to consider using them in my art, like in my journals. So maybe if I cut out a hole and then use it as a window, that seems to make the most sense to me. If you guys are familiar with these things, because I am certainly not, do let me know. I will go and investigate and see if I can get information on the website. Their website is called HamblyScreenPrints.com. Hambly, Hambly, and they're from Santa Clara, California. But there's some beautiful patterns. I just don't know how I would use them. So this one has an angel and, this is like a little sign space here, but there is some very light writing. These are done in a 6x6 size. And lots of different ones. This one's all in yellows, and it looks like it's just little places to journal on. Again, not something I'd be super keen on putting in a journal, but if somebody's got some ideas, let me know. I could send some out in Happy Mail. Oh, I love Happy Mail. Now this one's all white, and there's some alphabet letters, like it's very grunge looking. This one's the same in black, it looks like. Yeah, it's the same pattern in black. Just interesting. Still don't have an idea what to do with them. This one is all for notes and different areas to write inside. So it might be like one of those journal dailies things. I'm not sure. This one is pink chandeliers. I did look at these ahead of time. And then there's some pink And again, pieces missing. Most of them have pieces missing. There is the odd one that's full sheet, that pink chandelier was. And then this brown circles. Like, what do you do with this? Like, that's a lot of intense brown circles for me. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And some silver chandeliers and a piece of white paper. Oh, good, a full-size sheet. And then, like, some of them are very, very pretty. Just to show you, okay, there's a cream-colored one, and then this pink one. All full-size sheets. And these sheets are marked at $3.60 each. So that's a lot of money that somebody invested, that I got them all for $2.10. There's a brown one. Bricks, still in the original package. Now this one says $21.95. I don't think that's the actual bag. I don't see a price, an individual price on this, but because those are all saying $3.60. Yeah, this one's $3.62. This is a part one. But they're beautiful patterns. I just don't really know yet what I would do with them. And there's a full-size one. So right now, the biggest thrill is this piece of plastic storage until I figure out what to do with them. And I have a funny feeling that I'm going to be sending out the brown circles to somebody, because it's not something I will use, I don't think. But who knows? I would love your opinion and your ideas on it. And then this was 99 cents, and I have to laugh because, yeah, somebody made a mistake. It was 99 cents, and when I open it up, it says Rhinestone 6 sheets. There isn't 6 here, there's 5. But for 99 cents, I thought, I can't save this. They're all individually packaged. There's some small ones, rhinestones, and they're all, you know, glued together so that you can use them as a long strip. There's 3 small ones and 2 of kind of a mix of large and small. So I thought, oh, I can always use those. For 99 cents, you know, they can be used or sent on in Happy Mail or something. You know, I would share these. Can't send them in United States or international Happy Mail, but I can send them in Canada because they don't care what goes in the envelope, but not for the United States and Canada. This next one I bought at our Dollarama. So for those of you in Canada, you may want to investigate this. This is a deal. And trust me, everything in my heart said, go back and get another, go back and get another, but I really can't. I've got too much stuff. I can't do it. This is a box of 100 envelopes for $5, and they are 9 by 12, and they're white. They are perfect size for making journals. They give you that nice crunchy feeling. They're brand new, lined on the inside, so you can even use it as paper and turn it inside out if you want. What can I say? They are just waiting to be created with. You can collage napkins on these. You know, just do a masterboard collage to make into journals. You can glue to fabric. It's endless, and there's 100 in the box for $5. I would run with scissors to Dollarama before these disappear. They are in the business section, like where they have office supplies, where all the other envelopes are. The box you can see is kind of a purpley blue color. So if you're in this business and you make a lot of journals, this is a seriously good find. And I'm pretty sure it's about $35 to $40 for a box like this at your office supply store. So run with scissors for this one. And you know, I always like to save the best for last. And it's not that I haven't had this one before. I have, but whenever I see these, I pick it up. It isn't that book. Although I think I'm up to 8 now of those books. But this one I always pick up, and I will show you why. It is a game of categories. Now, you've seen this. First of all, the box in itself is is a prize, because, you know, a little bit of collage on here and you've got a very nice sturdy storage box. And then when you open it up, they gift you this beautiful piece of cardboard, which just says to me, journal cards, writing boards, all kinds of possibilities to cut it up. You can cut it up for tags, postcards, whatever you like. It's not a super heavy weight, so it will go through your cutter. And it's a nice thickness. It's not too overly heavy to put in your journals. So that's the first thing, or the second thing, because the box is something. The instructions come in on a heavyweight cardstock. Again, perfect to cut up and use for tags and journal cards. Love this stuff. You could use it for mini folios. You could use it for, you know, folded cards with a few note papers inside and then collaged on top. Lovely paper. So another gift in the box. And then this categories game comes with 6 journals already made for you in navy blue with a red insert. I mean, you can change the colors. That's easy enough to do. You can glue fabric on top of this. Get rid of this little logo. I'm pretty sure it peels off. Yeah, it does. I just always cover over top of it with fabric anyway, but it's just a nice size. It is 10 inches tall and 6 inches wide. So you can use some 8.5 by 11 papers going the long way, landscape, fold it and fold up a little edge, or cut a piece off. And then you can still intermix it with papers that are folded the other way. It's about a 1-inch spine. Oh, not quite. It's about 0.75 inch. So I would just use it to make one journal in here, kind of a Midori style, where you just do your hole punches and then put your papers in, and bing, bang, bong, you are done. This is so quick. And this category game gives you 6 journal covers ready to go. Am I a good seller for this game or what? That's not enough. You get a ton of pencils. And sometimes you get other pencils. Here's what I like to do with pencils. Sometimes I ask my husband to cut them into small pieces, like usually about a 1/2 inch. And then, or not 1/2 inch, about half the size of this. So it's about 1.5 inches, because I think this is about 3 inches. Yeah, it's about 3 inches. And then what I'll do is I will sharpen the next part of this pencil, so I get 2 little pencils. Okay. And I use them as embellishments. I use them on, you know, if you want to do something for children, for back to school. You can also wrap paper around here to make them a little bit more decorative, so they're not just black. And so it's a great way to cut up these little pencils and use them in your art. You know, just sharpen the other end and then attach them. They can become an embellishment or a dangle. And just a fun way to have a pencil in your stuff. And same with these. I will cut them up into pieces. Of course, the one with the eraser at the end is always my favorite. I would cut it about that long and then sharpen it, and they just look so cute in journals. So there's another thing for you. And they come with at least a 6, and I think this time we got a bit of a bonus. And look, I got a bonus paper clip. And whatever this is, I don't know. The dice, it'll just go into my stash of mixed media stuff until I come up with a way to use it. Although this has got like A to Z. Maybe I can play my version of Darcy's scrap shoot with this. I do have dice now on the table because I had to go find some dice. So maybe this could be another version. And I've got several of these, so I might have to send one to Darcy so that she can play with it too. I'll work on this one a little bit more. I'll stick that out there to remind myself. Then there's a timer. Who doesn't need a timer? Although I wouldn't want to depend on how much time is on here, but a great little timer. I'm sure I can come up with a use for it, or send it on to the thrift shop in case somebody's missing theirs or theirs is broken from the game. One way or another. Then it comes with this huge pile of notepads and prompt cards, I guess. The prompt cards are a great size for putting into your journal. Would make a nice writing board again if you decorate on both sides. It can be folded in half and make a nice little notebook. I'm just going to do that right now. Look at that. That's going to be a cute little notebook. I just need to fold it a little bit better or score it. Because the edges on the outside here are pretty clean, you don't have to decorate right to the edges. Same with on the inside. You can cover that with lace or fabric trim or something and just collage on top of here. Oh, these are just so fun. So you get a whole pile of these notebooks. And it doesn't look like there's too many of these prompt cards. I think there's normally a few more. Oh, here they are. They're just mixed in. Yeah, there's usually quite a few of these prompt cards in here. And then you get I think you get 6 notebooks. And, you know, sadly, people play the game once, maybe twice. You know, that's just the way it is. And you can see not much has been taken off of these pads. So you automatically get some lined paper with numbers on it. So great for making notes. You can cover up the 1, 2, 3 with collage. So you can say note list or whatever, things to do today, however you want to use it. This can be torn out and used as a trifold in a journal. I would want to have one on the outside at least, facing out. So you can have this as a trifold in your journal. And, oh, look at how cute that is, eh? And so it can be a trifold in your journal that tucks into a pocket. You can collage on the top there to make it something that's more, you know, relative to what your journal is. You know, there's a little bit of wording on the bottom. You can leave it or not leave it. And then it folds out to make 3 different little spaces. And then, of course, you've got the back side. Another thing, too, is it's a pretty generic list. So when you get down to your last 5, you can just take 2 of these, line them up, and put them in the photocopier, and then photocopy how you want them. And maybe cover this up with something that is more relative to what you would use it for. And make instant copies. It's not something that you'd be a copyright really infringement. It's just a list of numbers. I don't think that's a big deal. Just cover up the, it's Milton Bradley. So just cover that up at the bottom. So yeah, you get all these notebooks, big pile of them, 6 notebooks with, I don't know, tons and tons of paper in there. And then you get all the prompt cards, which are great for journal cards and writing boards. There's more scrap paper to write on, another pencil, or is that the same one? Another piece of cardboard, this foam. This is great to stamp on when you want to stamp on something, so it acts like a cushion under your paper to make you a better stamp, apparently. I haven't done it, but apparently it does. I'm going to try it. And then you get more cardboard. And then you get these cardboard trays that you can, you know, oh, stop that. That you can use on your table for, you know, gathering whatever you're working on, or fussy cutting, or, you know, you could take a box of stamps and ink up to watch TV. Another piece of cardboard to cut out. There you go. A ton of stuff. I paid $4 for this. And what I had started to say and got sidetracked was, sadly, a lot of these games only get played once or twice, and then they end up in the thrift shop because the kids get bored, or people get bored. Nobody wants to play it anymore. And I don't know why parents buy brand new games. Just go to the thrift shop and pick them up at, like, I'm sure this category game must cost $30, $40, maybe even $50. I haven't bought a game in a long time. But you can pick these up at the thrift shop, and most of the time the parts are all there. Even if you have to wait and find 2 sets of the game and to make up one game for your kids, it sure beats paying retail price for this stuff at the thrift shop, or I mean at the stores, when they're only going to play the game once or twice. So yeah, it's a win-win to find this categories game. There is nothing in here that I could not use for making art. Every single piece of this is useful to me, right down to the box, and I got it all for $4. That's it for my Thrifty Canucks video for this week. Run and find these, but also run and find those envelopes. That, you know, $4 for this, $5 for the envelopes, and I'm up to my eyeballs in journal making. I'm drowning in journals. So yeah, that's it for my video for today. I will probably continue to have them. I'm going to thrift right through the holiday season, so I'm sure I will thrift every week and have something to show you, or every second week. I haven't done a draw for a while, and I keep forgetting, but it is on my list, and I will go back and make the draws from all of the different comments from each Thrifty Canucks video, just one of these days, maybe during the holiday season. Tomorrow is Friday. I won't have a follow-up video tomorrow. I'm right in the middle of getting my parcels out the door for my family and friends that have to get, mailed. Everything we do has to be mailed out. So I'm frantically working this weekend to get that. I will slip in a happy mail either tomorrow or the next day. I'm just going to pick up the mail tomorrow, so I'll see what's available. And so if I don't do it tomorrow, I will definitely do it on Saturday to show you the latest of the happy mail movement. I am just thrilled. I have sent out 23 envelopes now. And I can't wait to do more. So bring it on. And Vicky, I know you had asked me in your personal letter to me about how often can you send them. If you want to send me an envelope every week for the rest of the year, for the rest of your life, as long as I'm still alive and doing this, I will certainly send you an envelope back. So I just say bring it on. I mean, if I get to the point where I'm getting 1,000 a month, then I might have to slow it down a little bit, but I want to get to that first 1,000. It is just amazing. So keep them coming, everyone. And yes, in my next Happy Mail Movement video, I will talk a little bit more about the envelopes. There is a little bit of a happy sort of part of that sad story envelope I had, so I will share that with you on that day as well. Have yourself a very creative day and a creative week, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye for now.